The School of Hard Knocks is the second segment of the fifth episode of the first and only season of the 2016 Peanut series. And on the one hand, I've seen it before. This exact story featured in a Charlie Brown celebration. Now, I don't know if it's word for word the same, but it's very, very similar. If anybody can confirm if it's identical or if there are any obvious changes, please feel free to let me know. But certainly the story is identical. Peppermint Patty wants to leave school, and instead she goes to a private school. And it's actually the Ace Obedience School that Snoopy recommends. And it's very obvious to us as viewers that this is a dog obedience school, but Peppermint Patty doesn't realise this, and she's really boastful to Charlie Brown about how she'll be finishing school soon and she'll never need to go back once she's got her diploma from the Ace Obedience School. And Charlie Brown works out what's happened, but he doesn't really know how to tell Peppermint Patty. And throughout the episode, we see her doing various things at the dog school, and she's learning how to sit, and she has to fetch, and the penny just never drops. The only thing, of course, that makes this different, well, there are two things that make this different to when it appeared in a Charlie Brown celebration. The first one is the fact that we have little clips of Snoopy to break up the narrative. My favourite was when he was ice skating, I believe. I think visually that looked really pretty. The other thing is the actual animation itself, and the animation quality is really soft and gentle, and I love it. And then there's a moment where, okay, this is a spoiler. I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens, but it is something that happens towards the end. And when Peppermint Patty finds out the truth, she becomes enraged, and the way her eyes are animated, it's very brief, but that flash of anger across her eyes is incredibly well done. So even though it is basically the exact same story, it could be word for word, I'm not sure. There are a few things that make it a little bit different, and I remember loving this the first time I saw it, and that still stands. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. The School of Hard Knocks is, so far, even though it's a repeat, I know some of the others are also repeats and very similar to other segments and other stories. This one, as I said, was very, very similar. But even with that in mind, The School of Hard Knocks is still one of my favourite Peanuts episodes.